The views and opinions expressed on From the Mouths of Madness are that of the panel and not of the Geeks Under the Influence Network or their sponsors. Listeners, beware.
This makes what, like the 8th Legacy sequel in the last 5 years we've gotten?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Between...
It's weird when you just wait all this time and then you get the OG director to come back. Like,
And
I
writer.
always go back to Prometheus,
Yeah.
where all of a sudden it's like, all right, we did all those shitty fucking Alien vs. Predator ones. Hey, Ridley, are you doing any kind of sword and sandals movie, or do you want to come back to what, like, made you the big director?
And you do any kind of sword and sandal?
I'm just saying, between that, did he do like fucking Noah or something? No, he didn't do Noah. He did
Robin Hood, and he did...
wasn't Alexander the Great or something? Didn't he do some shit like that?
I don't know, man.
I'm just saying, he did all that kind of stuff. So I was like, oh, can we bring you back to science fiction a little bit, Ridley?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But now, I wouldn't say that this movie was as magnificent as a Ridley Scott movie was.
But I'm just saying, they got like the OG director and the writer.
They did. And yeah, I mean, that doesn't always make for, like, initially you're like, ooh, but that doesn't always make for the right choice, right? So we'll see. And tonight on the Chopping Block, we're going to be talking about the 2025 film, 28 Years Later. Now, they started pumping this movie the summer of 24. They were pumping that shit like a year in advance.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, it has such a huge, like, fan following, so.
It does, but goddamn. Like, and it's really just the first one, because I know people that still shit on the second one. I rewatched both films.
Yeah, I did literally the 2 days before I watched Years Later. I watched Days and then Weeks. And rewatching Weeks, like, I knew I fucking love the shit out of Days. Watching Weeks, I really liked it, but rewatching, I was like, yeah, this movie's fucking tight.
Yeah.
And I'm really confused about the people that talk shit about it, because it has a strong flow to it. It makes sense. She can be a carrier and, like, bring back the fucking virus.
That is in, like, so many different virus movies where there's someone that's immune, but they can still carry it, and that's how you get a cure.
Yeah.
Or at least a vaccine.
My one gripe with Weeks Later is just the dad. When you get the virus, like, I just want to punch and kill. Just punch and kill.
The dad can follow
and the dad's like,
him.
They went down this way. And literally there's an explosion when they're fucking nuking the whole city. He's like, oh, tunnel. Like, you're so insane.
Well, they didn't go into explaining this, but it could be that even though they carry the virus, because, like, it's in the kid, the youngest son, so maybe because she's a carrier and it doesn't, I don't know, maybe it infects differently, because we see something similar in 28 Years Later.
Yeah.
An evolution of that, so.
And that's the thing. I mean, but that's evolution. The dad just got the virus, and that's the thing that kind of bothered me. Like, you can at least work when it comes to, like, 20 years later, that after time, the virus can kind of develop with the brain in some way. I'll give you that. The dad, like, we're talking about an hour after infection. He's like,
he was the only
watch
one.
out for fire.
And
he's like, they're my kids. They're my kids. I got to go after my kids. Like, you wouldn't do that.
And he was the only one out of the infected.
Yeah, everybody else is just fucking clawing out glass.
So outside of that, folks, you heard it from the Madness Boys crew. Madness Boys, 28 weeks later is solid.
Yeah.
Now before we dig into the actual film, I'm Lowdown.
If you want her, what's up, you big dong zombie bitches?
Dude, that motherfucker was distracting.
I was waiting for him to beat the shit out of somebody with his dick, man.
Someone was saying prosthetic, and I'm like, is it? I don't know.
Like, you're like, oh my God, that guy's huge. He's going to kill me. Which way is he going to kill me? Fuck.
Just whack me to death with his penis. Fuck. Thing is massive. What the fuck? Yeah, I mean, and it was amplified because it's in an enclosed bus. So you're just like, there's just like rage and then swinging dick coming at you.
I mean, honestly, I'm surprised they didn't nickname him Big Ben. Watch out for Big Ben. It is so stupid, and yet makes sense.
Oh, he could be like, or call him Bick, big infected cock.
God damn.
God damn it. I'm sorry. That shit is crazy. But no, the first two films, obviously 28 days later, fucking epic infection movie.
Yeah.
And I'm going to keep saying infected, even though when we get into this new one, they let something slip that kind of bothered me because Danny Boyle made such a big fucking deal. Remember when 28 Years Later came out, it's like, no, they're fucking infected. They're not zombies.
Exactly.
And I like that because it did set them apart.
Yeah.
With our humans, they could starve and they could die. Zombies don't die. They just keep rotting. The humans got infected, run around, could infect people just by spit, bite, saliva, I'm sure sexual fluids or whatever, but who's fucking an infected person? I don't know what your kink is, but...
maybe a sadness scene where you're not made by choice getting fucked by one, all right? I mean...
It's not the sadness, okay?
Yeah.
But it made sense that if it's just an infection and it's not any kind of reanimation, that they're going to starve out and die. So that made sense with like 28 weeks later, how a lot of them had starved out. And they even bring that up in 28 Years Later, how like they give you the timeline, right? They were like, what was it? 6-7 weeks, they all died of starvation, da-da-da-da.
Yeah. This one doesn't, I think it's not supposed to even really acknowledge 28 weeks later. It's just like 20 days later and then this.
Yeah, it's not, because in the grand scheme, it makes sense because 28 weeks later was a failed attempt.
Yeah.
Right? So why bring that up or why bring that into the canon of this continuing legacy sequel?
Yeah.
Because it was, hey, this is the one time we tried, it was, because 28 weeks later, there was probably like 8 other times they tried that.
Yeah.
And it failed every time. I can't imagine they didn't try again.
They were pretty good. They did a good job initially.
They did.
Containing it. I mean, just if Dad hadn't kissed the mom and started all over again.
They found her.
Yeah.
And Dad had all access.
Actually, this fucking kids. It's all this kid's fault. I mean, honestly.
What, because they went back to the house and found her?
Yeah.
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 Not that they could have used her for a cure.
Think about all the dead motherfuckers. Because I want to see.
No.
I want to find a picture of Mom.
Because the dad, with his all-access janitor badge, had to go see his mom. Otherwise, what the kids brought them was a potential fucking cure.
Yeah.
So don't fucking blame the kids.
All right, I'll give you that.
All right.
So, all right, I'll blame the lax fucking security that you have. What might be the cure to this fucking massive spread virus? And they went, Johnny, you just kind of keep an eye on the door. Just kind of keep. Random janitors can come in, but besides that, don't let anybody else in because this could be like this breakthrough. Pretty fucking slack.
They should have upped the security on that door. In this one. Which they give you in the trailer, they've settled on this. We're focusing on this microcosm of an island that goes to another with a walkway path that only comes in on that you can get to at low tide to another island. It is cool.
Yeah.
It's just like it's like Uber isolation, walking a path to just regular isolation.
Yeah.
That's basically what we get. And the fucking infected have found ways to survive, like tribally. Almost they're like
they almost accidentally killed other animals, and then I guess it doesn't get passed on to other mammals. Is what we
yeah.
I was
always
always
no
curious
infected
about
animals still in 20 years later. So, yeah. No, they probably could carry it.
Possibly, they never really.
They never really go into that. So maybe they will because I know this was the green light for a whole new trilogy. So there's 2 coming out after this. So we'll see.
This is where you get that opening sequence, which I thought was fucking awesome. Before we even get to modern time, when you see blonde-haired kid and watching Teletubbies with a bunch, and you hear the fucking virus, the very I guess initial breakout, and he runs into the church. The father fucking gets turned and shit like that, and he's witnessed everything.
Oh, dude, can we talk about that priest getting turned? Because when he's lost his mind and he's just praying for salvation. He thinks
turn me.
Them turning him. What the fuck, dude? What is wrong with you?
It's what happens, man. Motherfuckers.
I guess.
Yeah, just fuck it.
Yeah,
I'll join the crowd. Fuck it.
Yeah, join the crowd.
But you see the virus, but then when we get to the current time, again, it's like different varieties of zombies. They're not virus anymore. You have the big fat fucking roly-poly ones that are just eating worms and shit like that. And they don't really seem very rageful. They're just they're just lazy rageful. I don't know.
Oh yeah, those I'm sorry, dude. Why did they make them all look Asian? Dude, why?
Or just roly-poly looking. I mean,
No,
all of them.
Dude,
They made it so the fatties just roll around the grass. I mean, that's fucked up.
It is. But if we've got a face close up of when they run into the family, I'm telling you, dude. If you look at their faces, when they remember because they run the first time they run into there's 3 of them.
Yeah,
dude, they all have a certain look.
How
in
many
their face.
worms are they fucking eating though, man?
Dude, I know.
Because they're again, they barely can walk. I mean,
probably pretty endless. if you think about it.
I guess that's true.
They're just crawling and digging.
Yeah.
And then we see the final one when the boy gets the mom,
Yeah.
off the island. We see that final fatty roly-poly. I don't know. I could be fucked up for saying it, but they all look like they were of certain ethnicities.
You just want to call them Buddha zombies?
Buddha. Yeah, there you go.
Buddha zombies.
They look like Buddha zombies.
Yeah. But I will say that it doesn't seem like anybody's really like the rage virus when you get to current times. And maybe that's just evolution. But
I feel like that's what it is.
They're organized into clans.
Unless they get unless they're new. Because remember, we got a couple instances where people got turned, and now we got because they're just got turned, right?
Yeah.
And but you're right. The ones that have, I guess, survived through realizing they need to eat and they still need to drink water, because a virus does evolve.
Yeah.
Just like a virus, as it spreads, will change. We've seen that with multiple viruses.
Like there's alpha ones now, like that are like kind of like, go get them.
Yeah. Like,
fucking run. It's fucking weird because like in the original, you would have crowds of virus like ones, but they were just coincidentally all running at the same time.
Yeah.
They weren't like, hey, join me.
Yeah.
This one's like, well, what do we do, big dick? Okay, go after him. All right. Like they stop and they like wait for commands in their weird like screamy language.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little
still ragey though.
It's still ragey, but
still ragey.
It's like stop and then run.
And then we get
like they waited to get the okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's different. There was nobody saying, okay, it's just you fucking hear something, you see somebody, you're just running.
So I want to know pregnant chick's story. Did she get turned while she was pregnant? Like, and then she kept growing the baby?
I think it's just the evolution of
they can
rage
fuck
virus.
now?
Rage virus likes some cock.
I mean, I guess Alpha's like, I got to use it.
Yeah. Or just he sat down, she accidentally sat down, and he went, something happened. something happened.
Oh my God.
God damn. How was I born? Well,
yeah, but you know what I mean. Like I remember when I saw her, I'm like, "Is that bitch pregnant?" Because that's when she's walking through the water. I'm like, what the fuck? How did that happen? And I'm like, they don't give really an explanation, but then we just get a nice infected birth, and that's where we get the slip up that I was talking about with Soldier Boy. Was he said zombie baby, and I'm like, oh, you dirty fucker.
Yeah,
he said zombie baby. Fuck
but
you.
I mean, they can make up their nicknames. It's kind of fucked up because you find out it's just like Britain.
Thank you for bringing this up before me. That is the most fucked up thing in this movie.
Every other country's like, yeah, we isolated it to this one country.
Why do you think there's patrol boats?
We like to go around the patrol boats and make fun of how Britain couldn't handle containing the virus. It's like, yeah, this is the new iPhone. This is the new. I'm like, God damn. So everything else around the world
is our current society.
Yeah.
Except for them. They're living like fucking frontier days.
And like a bunch of assholes.
That's how that's going.
They just go in their patrol boats and like, yeah, oh, y'all don't have this?
Dude.
Oh, you're making fire and
that
sticks
is the most fucked up part of this movie. Society is modern, yet they are using bow and arrows. And fucking
just the motherfuckers on the island, at least.
Yeah.
They don't even go to visit them.
No.
Like,
dude, it's
fucked up.
Dude, it's fucked up.
Like, they can be, here's all the new shit, and we'll be back in 5 years with some of the most amazing shit you'll ever see. But until then, just appreciate. Like, they could give them a fucking, like a Palm Pilot, and they're like, oh shit, fucking Palm.
No, they've been cut off. There's no electricity. Remember, they're using oil lamps and stuff.
Yeah, but at this point, you could give them fucking like solar panels. They could give them all kinds of shit. They just
could.
choose not to.
Well, yes,
the rest of the world are a bunch of fucking assholes.
I couldn't believe that shit because I'm thinking like, okay, the whole world's fucked up, But it does say in the beginning of this and in 28 weeks later that they were isolating Britain.
Yeah,
they quarantined Britain. And in this one, they reemphasized that Britain was quarantined and has stayed in quarantine.
But if you remember the end of 28 weeks...
It made it to Paris.
Made it to Paris, which would just break out the whole thing. So you almost have to say that didn't fucking happen.
Don't they reference something about that?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think they retconned that shit.
I wanted to try to watch it again before recording, but I didn't make it. But yeah, so that's the general premise of just like the walker of... see?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
so
talk about the walkers.
That's the general premise of where the infected have gone to. Now they can have babies and they take orders from other more senior infected. It's almost like they adapted some of what other show? Hive Mind, Last of Us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah.
It's almost like they adopted some of that into this story. just with being able to communicate now, because it's a virus that's communicating. We have to assume it's the virus communicating. They're not actually communicating like humans, right?
I would have liked if they had subtitles. So when they're like, it's like, go get the big one. Yeah. Like, I wish I had that, because
that would have been cool.
It seems like they're able to communicate with their screeches and pain sounds, you know?
Yeah.
So,
and getting where the affected are and how everything is moved on in the world, except for the quarantine Britain. Now we have the actual story. Where the story from the original one was just survival, getting out of the city, trying to get to an outpost. It was just survival, right?
Yeah.
28 weeks, the same thing. It was more like, okay, we've got a quarantine area. Let's just try to exist and bring back the current day.
And get to the soccer field.
And get to the soccer field.
Yeah.
And get to the soccer field. Those were the two big things with 28 weeks later. This one, it's literally, they've got a community, they're surviving, but we've got our main character, the father, played by, is it Aaron?
The fuck's his last
Taylor
name?
Johnson.
Sure, I think that's
Aaron Tyler Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great actor. I mean, sorry
about Craven.
Sorry about Craven.
Yeah.
He was great in
Craven.
Fall Guy, though.
We'll just call him Craven.
He was great in Fall Guy.
Yeah, he was good in Fall Guy.
He was great in Fall Guy, man. And dude, he was great. He's kick-ass. We'll call him kick-ass.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? We'll call him kick-ass.
All right, I guess we'll be nice. I was going to call him Craven the rest of this.
Dude, he's done more movies I enjoy than don't.
But he's hunting them with bow and arrows. It's very much more Craven.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
He's not really kicking ass with bow and arrows.
No. He didn't do much the whole movie, really.
Obviously didn't bring enough fucking arrows. They get to where they get kind of stuck, and he's like, oh, shit, out of arrows. I'm like, dude, really?
So he takes his son on his first hunting trip because, this is a society has a group of people that hunt. Everything's got their job. They're niche in this community where they're cooking, they're hunting, they're building, this and that, their security, all so on and so forth. So he takes his son on his first hunting trip, a little bonding,
He's becoming a man.
He killed his first infected roly-poly Buddha zombie.
Yeah. He killed a couple of the runners, too, though.
He did kill it. Well, he choked up a lot, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He fucking messed up.
Choked up a lot.
Yeah, Dad. I guess that's how Dad went through all of his arrows.
Exactly how Dad went through all of his arrows.
Save your fucking arrows. Let me, him trying to help his son, learn to kill. He probably wasted, fucking 5 or 6 arrows on those missed shots or fucking him in the knee. And that's worthless. And
on the way, they end up getting a band of infected led by one of the alphas on their tail. So they end up having to go back to the island a little early.
Well, no, they get to that house because they run to the house where we discover, okay, this is kind of weird. They find an infected that's hung up, bagged up, and ripped off, carved into his
There's a symbol,
chest.
yeah.
What's the name? What's the blonde hair gang at the end?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I didn't put that together.
Yep.
No, I didn't put that together.
Yep,
okay.
that's them.
Okay. No,
see, that's killing the infected. Have fun with it.
Dude, you mean like when Electric Callboy showed up?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I thought. I was like, oh, okay, you guys must be into some fun music.
Oh, yeah.
But,
they're just different versions of the fucking Teletubbies.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they know how to pole vault through the boulders and stuff, I guess. That thing threw me out of the movie, dude.
At the very end?
Yes. That was...
We'll discuss that in a little bit. I think it's silly, but it brought me back a little bit over kind of the last part of this movie kind of took me out of it. So it was silly, but it was something to...
I think the last part was probably some of the best stuff. So this, I mean, the main part of the story is the boy's mom's sick. Dad doesn't want to take her to the doctor. There's a doctor on the mainland that used to be part of the community that apparently everyone thinks he lost his shit, but he was really out there building the Bone Temple, which is, I think the next movie is going to be the Bone Temple.
Give me a second to do a rant, because the trailers, it's from Sir Ray Fiennes. The trailers made him look all fucking badass, covered in fucking blood, with skulls everywhere. I thought, oh, this dude is fucking hardcore as shit. He's just burning
He's
bodies.
never covered. Yeah, he is covered in blood moving the bodies, yeah.
Right, but I'm just saying from the trailers, I thought this is going to be like the level of the fucking commander in the first movie. Like, this dude's king shit of fuck mountain with all of his skulls, all of his bodies. Mm-hmm. Come to find out, no, he's kind of nice. He just kind of burns the body.
I like this character.
He's doing like sculptures with the skulls. I was a little disappointed because I thought he was going to be more fucking hardcore.
I got you.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I went in just knowing he was in it. He looked weathered, and I did. See, you put a predisposition on it. That's on you.
I know it's my fault.
That's
I completely agree with that. Yeah.
Because I was just going in. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what they're going to do with him. Right. But he ends up being what people think are a crazy doctor. When really he was just building the bone temple from the dead as like a shrine to all the dead.
Yeah.
Right. Which okay, cool. I guess he was steaming the fucking skull like he was making a stock. I thought he was making like a chicken stock.
There's a couple Predator moments here. The way that the alphas kill, just rip the fucking spine out.
Dude, that shit's gnarly.
And then the way he fucking cleans the fucking skulls, gets them all shiny. It's kind of like the fucking Predator. Like, I keep only the skulls. Like, yeah.
That was pretty fucking cool. Well, that's how he bleached all the bones to make the pillars too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so the son and dad have a fallout. Son takes the mom on his own, out there to the doctor, and he finds out mom's got cancer. Nothing he can do for him. So then he gets
within hours of the diagnosis, dead.
Well, it's just going to get worse.
It's her decision.
It's just going to get worse.
Yeah, you're pretty much on the last stage. Yeah, you want to come with me to the fire real quick?
Yeah. Well, no, remember, he drugs him to knock him out so he can take mom to do what needs to happen, and then literally the next scene, he brings back the skull.
God damn. Imagine, hey, Mom, I'm a little tired. Here's Mom's skull.
Yeah.
Wake up here. This is Mom.
Yeah, exactly.
You can put her at the top.
Yeah, all the way at the top, facing the sunrise.
Yes, thank you for that honor. I really wish I'd had more things to say to my mom before she died. Oh, well.
Yeah, exactly. And that was pretty much roughly and I mean, they have the zombie, quote unquote, zombie baby, as the soldier called him.
Yeah.
And he takes the baby back to the community, but he's like, I'm not going back yet. And he decides to stay out in the island. So I do like that most of the movie, like 75% of it, is not in the community. We just get enough about what the community looks like and how they operate.
There's underlining tones that the community is fucked up.
Yeah.
But they don't show you anything. I kind of wish we'd gotten a little more.
There's sequels coming, man.
I understand. But something to work on. Some kind of fucked up thing to happen. Because they give you tones, but nothing is straight out there.
The tone's very cult-like, it seems like a little bit.
It is, but I wanted something. Just give me a little something with that. Like, the reason nobody on any boats have come because they get them to the island, they kill the shit out of them, they rob them and kill them. Give me anything, but you don't really get that. And I know you'll have it in the sequels. I also don't like when you're like, just wait, just give me just a little appetizer of that. The only appetizer we get is kid drops off the baby, goes like, I'm a man now, I'm gonna be on the mainland, and that's where we run into the Go-Go Power Rangers of. Adidas. I don't want to call them the blonde hair Power Rangers. Like, what the fuck? But they roll up. Kid fucking always gets taken out by a runner.
It's like that's what happened to the kids from Sound of Music in the 28 Days Later apocalypse.
Exactly.
They grew up little German.
They found an Adidas, abandoned Adidas store, put it all on.
So they can do their dancing and their pole vaulting.
But there's some fucking silly ass.
It's silly as shit. It took me out, dude. It really took me out of it.
But I kind of needed that levity because the last part is so fucking like mom dead. Like it's very dark tone. Kid drops off baby. So it was good to have that, but it was also it's. I
could have done without it.
It's a record scratch moment.
Yeah, I could have done without it. That was unnecessary. Or if they wanted to have it, do it as a post-credit scene where it's not like part of the official movie.
What's so far away from when you find the virus dude carved with I can't remember their name.
I don't remember.
It's like Mickey or something.
I don't remember. The Mickeys?
Yeah, the Mickeys.
I don't know.
But that's carved in. It's so far from when they discover that first body that you've completely forgotten about it.
Yeah, that's why I didn't even put that together that was them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a little disjointed with that.
Yeah. All right, that's going to wrap it up. Let's talk about 28 years later. Please go to GeoPodcast.com. Check out all the other shows on the network. Also go to our links tab. Our links to TeePublic and to Etsy are there. That's where you can get merch from all the podcasts. Also hit us up at lowdownbrown.gmail.com. Let us know what you think about 28 years later. Do you think it was a good, not only sequel to, like we said, kind of the first movie, but also reboot to go into the next two movies they greenlit that shit last year before this even got released.
Yep.
Like, it's crazy. But let us know what you think. All in all, it survived for me. Like, I definitely want to watch it again. We weren't going to, the infected shouldn't have been the same. So that had to turn. And as the infected, it kind of showed like as the infected have lived on, they can also control other than the alpha. I guess the alpha is just all rage, but like, the woman didn't attack when the mom and the son found her in the school bus and helped her birth the baby. After the baby was born, the mom still did not attack the uninfected mother and child, right? So that tells me that there's maybe while being infected, they're gaining some sort of cognizant like control.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I guess.
I want to go more into that in the sequels.
Yeah.
This one, as far as the infected go, it just gives us where they're at in this current time and like what has happened since the last time we saw them. But we don't dive too much into the infected side of it. So we're definitely gonna have to get more of that, I would hope, in the sequels because they are still an active part of the story.
I mean, I'm gonna watch the sequels. I thought this movie was kind of disjointed. I liked the first arc with the dad and his son and stuff like that. Once they get back to the island, and then from there on, it just is very slow paced, and I don't know. I just didn't really gel for me. I just kept kind of getting impatient with it. I think you could have cut out several scenes that just weren't really world building or setting up for anything else.
Oh yeah, I can see what I get.
Again,
I guess the real world building didn't happen until like.
If you're not going to give us anything nefarious with the fucking island, there's a lot of time spent on the island for nothing to be revealed.
Well, the biggest thing that got revealed was that the rest of the world's going on. Maybe that's the thing that's going to come into play.
Yeah.
Was the rest of the world's modern day, and they've just said, fuck you guys particularly. I mean, that was a big reveal.
The village? They're just the village. They're like, no.
So I'm saying in the sequels, maybe they're like,
yeah, but
maybe they take over a boat and they go to the mainland or something. That's what I'm saying.
I want to find some kind of fucked up thing with that island, and there was nothing really there. And so I just kept waiting. I thought the last part definitely dragged with that, and then you have your Power Ranger scene and stuff. So I'm definitely want to see the sequels. I think I might have gotten to that point where I hyped this up because I love the first movie. I really like the second one so much that I was like, oh, there can be no wrong with this. Yeah, and I found some wrongs with it.
No, there's definitely some wrongs with it. But our wrongs are slightly different. Like I did not like I said, Teletubby, Electric Callboy, Power Rangers group showing up. I enjoyed the Bone Temple scene. I really thought that was because we've never seen someone build something, I guess, beautiful out of that world. It was always either sort of like I said, survival in the first one, and the second one they just reutilized existing human structure.
Yeah,
that dude created that out of all the dead as a shrine. I thought the concept that was really fucking cool and respectful to the dead. So I really appreciated that scene, and I appreciated how the son had never been taught that from his community, that mindset that the doctor had about everything. So him being exposed to a different way of thinking, and how the doctor saved him from more pain of watching his mother degrade, like all that was really cool to me.
I think the bare bones of this, it didn't feel like a sequel to 28 Days Later. It felt like a movie.
Well, it's a reboot. That's why it's a requel.
I understand.
It's a requel.
But I'm just saying, like, it's referencing 28 Days Later, but barely. Like, I'm just saying there's no real...
What could they have done to make it feel like a 20 Days Later movie is what I'm saying? 28 years past when the first one came out.
That's true.
In that world. What could they have done to make it seem like...
Maybe...
I don't want it to feel like 28 Days Later when it's a 28 years from the breakout date.
That's true.
Because the world's moved on.
I don't know. For some reason, it just seems disconnected from the other two movies so much. And I understand it's years later. To me, though...
And I think that's the answer why.
Yeah. But it's like they're not... You get taunting us at the beginning with the infected, and then years later, it's more of just kind of zombies. I think it kind of took it out of me.
So were you kind of thinking that they would have just either starved out, and then we just keep having new outbursts, so it'd just be rage,
or just like warlords that literally have the blood or saliva, and they're making new viruses. Like they want the.
How do we know they're not out there?
There might be, but you've got alpha ones controlling their clans. I wanted to see, I guess, more fucked up humans on the mainland, and we didn't really get that.
I got you.
And I think that's what I was kind of hoping for is that at this point, 28 years later, you've got little pockets of pretty much, I guess, a little bit like Walking Dead, where it's like, okay, I have the power, and the power is dip a fucking arrow in this fucking blood. I can turn anybody I want and utilize them as my weapons. Mm-hmm. We didn't really get that.
Yeah.
And maybe that would be in the other ones.
But we did get where he can control them by tranquilizing them.
That's true.
Which is something. I'm just saying, like,
but not as weapons, I guess.
No, not as weapons. But I mean, there's ways that he can control them from.
I just put
attacking.
My expectations, I think, too high for this. So.
Yeah, I went in. I would say like 50-50 because I don't know where that director and writer is meant, as far as with the story from 2003. What was it, 2001?
That's 2003.
2003, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know where Danny Boyle has gone really with that story in his brain since he did the first one, because he didn't come back for the second one.
Yeah.
Right? So I didn't know what to expect, and I think with a legacy sequel that far separated, I think people do themselves disservice going in with any kind of expectation. And I kind of went and just opened, like, it's a 28 franchise film, 28-year day, whatever you want to fucking call it, week. So we're going to have some violence, some rage, and then I don't know where they're going to take it, right? Now, I do agree with what you said earlier. I do think the trailer was kind of misgiving, and not in the way that we're like, ooh, more in the way like, okay, you were a little misleading.
Yeah.
Like that Boots song kind of made it feel like it was going to be more like fighting happening.
More fucked up, like I said, warlords.
Yeah.
Again, Ray Fiennes as this fucking evil motherfucker. Like,
well, I didn't get that he was evil in the trailer. I don't know why you put that on that.
Just because he was the only character you really showed from the mainland. So I was surrounded by all the skulls. Mm-hmm. I kind of put that together. But I guess maybe they explored more of the mainland, which they'll do probably in the sequels. I want to see some people that have incorporated the virus to their own, like. Mm-hmm.
And I could see what you're saying. Like, I do agree that I think that is a stellar way to move the story forward, where humans have weaponized it, like not just the infection, but also like the current infected.
Yeah,
I would like to see that story, so I can see where you're going.
Yeah.
So all in all, you're saying it doesn't survive for you?
No, I don't think so. I'm gonna watch it again before the second one comes out. It's not as bad as The Strangers Chapter 1.
Oh God, fuck no.
But I don't have.
Dude, that movie's so bad that they still haven't put out the part 2, which was supposed to come out last year.
Yeah.
In November. Remember, it was the summer, part 2 in November, and then part 3 like in the spring. They still haven't put part 2 out.
So it's not that bad.
No.
But I'm not hyped to see it again like I should be.
I was hyped to see it again. I just couldn't fit at time because I was on my night shift rotation before recording, and I just couldn't fit in time to watch it again. But I did want to go see it again before recording.
Yeah.
So that's where, and so like I said, it survived for me. So. All right. This hasn't been a split in a minute. This is nice. So, all right, folks, that's it. And until we talk to you again, embrace the madness.
Join us at GUIPodcast.com.